Greetings survivors, FiOth here, and in this guide I'm bringing you my build for support Ash. This is Ash from the Evil Dead, the OG one, and he can be quite useful if you spec him correctly. Now, from what I gather, there are two ways you can spec this guy. One, you can go full melee prowess and healing for your team and yourself, of course. And the second one, you can go healing and utility, in which case you will still be able to heal, because healing is not affected by how much damage you do, just how many enemies you hit, but you lose a lot of melee damage in the process. This build is about being able to kill stuff and heal, so it's healing and slaying. I'm gonna go through what he can do, and then we proceed to explain why we spec the tree the way we do. Reassuring Presence. When activated, this ability reduces the fear level of your nearby teammates. This is an amazing ability with one major flaw. The range is disgustingly small. Like, you have to tell the guys to stand in a spot, and then you have to stand in between them and activate it. If it was like 10 meters, this would have been amazing. People underestimated how important fear would be when we started playing, so they underestimated this character as well. But fear is a major part of the game. If you can manage fear, the demon will not be able to possess you. You take away like 30% of their total tools. Alternative healing. This is Ash's healing method. What you do is you perform melee attacks, and every time you hit something, it restores 35 health for everyone around you at a significant range. Now, a couple things we have to take away with this. The healing is flat, it's 35 points. 2, when allies perform finishers, you can still batter the enemy that's been executed and keep giving healing to everyone. It's very, very important. You can either use a fast weapon like a knife or a machete to cut around you really fast with heavy attacks, or you can use a weapon that has a wide swing like a lumberjack axe or a sword to hit stuff around you. You'll get 35 HP per hit. If you are in between a cluster of enemies and you're swinging a sword around you, you'll be giving a lot of healing to your team. So you have to make a balance between, if you want to hit really fast and get 35 per attack on any single enemy, or a wide swing weapon that will give health to your entire team. Pay attention to the fact that if you are executing something, you are not giving any health to the team. So for Ash support, it's a better idea not to perform too many executions, because you are locked out of your healing capabilities if you do so. Mark target damage. Headshot will mark the damage. A follow-up shot from a teammate will deal additional damage. Interesting, you can mark a target with a headshot, and then a follow-up shot from another teammate will deal an additional 30% damage. That's good, but for me, Ash's prowess comes from the fact that you can stay in the thick of it, heal and get healed. So I don't know why you would be positioned to take pot shots at enemy's head. Of course, you can just do this once on a boss, and maybe someone with a legendary can pop it in the head and kill it outright, and that'll be awesome. Mark target healing. 30% of the damage you heal, the same method as mark target damage, will give you 30% of that damage in HP. Okay, that can be a lot of health, I'm not gonna lie. Don't know how important it is to set these shots up, but, well, that's what we're getting. Now for the nodes, we'll start with SEMS Plus, and we'll go all the way to 30%, so SEMS will give us more health. Artful Dodger, just 1 point. You get 15% on the first point and just an additional 5 on the second, so 1 point here is good. I wouldn't even get this, but we want to go to Seeing Stars. Increases the balance bar damage from your melee attacks up to 25%. We go all the way into this. Quick Splitter increases headshot damage. We're not investing into this, just one to open up Tougher Than Hell, that reduces the amount of damage you receive, and then 4 points in Devastating Force for melee weapon damage. Now this is self-explanatory, but why this? From what I've noticed whilst playing Ash to level him up, you will often be interrupted in between your heavies, even when you're using a weapon like a knife. This happens because even when you deplete an enemy's balance, they will still be able to somehow attack you, especially the skeletons with their ground slam. So this is a pretty good all-arounder. I would have gone and invested some stuff in amulets, but it's such a waste to go initially long life batteries, then put one in deep pockets just to be able to carry one and then start actually upgrading them. So I'm not gonna do that at all. You have contact healing as all support units, so when allies are close to you, you can use an amulet. They will take a percentage of that amulet as well. Without you losing any, you just gift away amulet energy whilst keeping your own amulet energy intact. So you're not Ash from Army of Darkness that can sustain shields, not as important for us support to modify shields, so we're not doing that, we're just going tougher than hell, devastating force. Here we put one in first aid, 2 in deep pocket Shem's Cola for 2 more that can be carried, packing pop, 2 more to start with, and industrial strength, 25% extra HP. As I explained, you'll get counter-attacked a lot, and you will lose some health, and it's better to have extra HP than be lying on the ground screaming about your life. Now, one thing that I want to make abundantly clear, you can go long life batteries, fear no evil, and then get some arcane knowledge in, or even fast forward. These 2 nodes will open up your leader to get more combat skills in, for example, Arthur. The thing is, this Ash is not serial, he is mainly dependent to heal. So for me, he has to be a frontline fighter as well. He's more like a D&D priest than, let's say, a Final Fantasy cleric. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. What you want to do is keep him in there, because if he can't be in the thick of it, slicing and dicing and hammering stuff on the head, he's not getting any healing out. If he's not getting any healing out, what's the point of having him in the team? So these 2 will have to stay in for support units that don't rely too much on actually smacking things in the head. Both Pablo and Cheryl can do their work fine, even if they're not very effective frontline combatants. Ash can't. So go all the way in for balance, HP damage, and for your resistances and total health. Okay, slight thing that I want to mention here, I did not forget to include a snippet of gameplay in case you're asking. I don't include them because they make no sense in this game. If I show you a level 1 clip, it will be the same as showing you a level 25 clip. It's all very user dependent when it comes to how flashy it will look. I don't want these vids to be 10 or 15 minutes long. I want them to be to the point, I want to keep them clean. So that's one thing done. Second, we're streaming Evil Dead very often, so hit the notification bell after subscribing if you want to catch our streams. If you really want to support the channel, consider getting a membership or visit my Patreon. It really helps a lot. A content creator needs food to survive like the rest of you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will be covering every single survivor, it just takes a little bit of time in leveling them up. So, until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers!